It is good to be home, Mr. Fox. Spent last couple of days driving back and forth to the Chicago area, running around, getting kind of, we got the dogs barking at us over here, leaving Petco. Kind of getting caught back up with the daily routine. Gonna take care of a couple of errands tonight. Wanted to stop over here, say hello, and your cousin, 19K Fox, wanted to pass on, say what's up. Also, we are approaching what I like to call the 11th hour with the Chicago Pinball Expo sale. Had to get that right up there. Kind of the conclusion of the last weekend for me. Week for a lot of people that made the trip. Just over an hour and a half as a recording of this. By the way, the thing's out. Yeah, you have to make a decision if I'm gonna take advantage of roughly $100 off or hold off for Black Friday. Welcome to today's video. As a recording of this Monday, October 21st, the end of the final hour and a half of the Chicago Expo sale at AtGames. We thought the NOD sale would be kind of it leading up to Black Friday, but then they showed up for the Pinball Expo, the 40th anniversary, 40 years, and had some deals, had some incentives. If you would have purchased, I guess, the floor models, it's $100 off at AtGames the last couple of days. I think it was the 17th through the 21st, or the 18th through the 21st. Call it a 3-day sale. Like a 3-hour tour, but a 3-day sale. Could be wrong on that. And I think it was $150 there. It was an extra $50 off, and I guess the longer you would have waited, I know when I left, that the price did come down a little bit. So maybe, they're open till 2. Depending on how long the representatives stayed, they might have actually dropped down some of those pinballs. And unfortunately, I didn't get to see everything. I didn't see Star Trek, and I didn't see Attack from Mars. Both of them, I had some interest, so there was nothing purchased. I didn't buy anything. The next day, hang out with Big ED, we go to Apt Electronics, I see Shaq Jam, and it kind of just sparks me of, do I pick up another Arcade1up? I picked up a couple. Do I get number 3? Do I take advantage of AtGames sale? It's kind of go back and forth. Do you chance this? Wait for Black Friday. So if you missed out on this, you're watching this, and you didn't purchase, we still have Black Friday. And I don't know if it's gonna be better, I don't know if it's gonna be the same, but just kind of throwing that out there. Anyways, we're gonna take care of a couple of errands. Just want to do a kind of a lawn intro over here. Say hi to Mr. Fox. It just seems like forever since I've been here. So yeah, we got a little soul searching to do. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna do anything? Or am I gonna pick up something? We'll find out. Still a little over an hour and a half, but just kind of stated an hour and a half, but yeah, 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 10 seconds. I do have to stop at Target, but I just thought, you know what, we'll just hop into Hobby Lobby. Hop into Hobby Lobby. Kind of like the way that sounds. Talk a little bit about AtGames, what Arcade1up, and then kind of just complete my my errands that I didn't get to finish yesterday because I had to get out to Chicago. Went grocery shopping, and then usually I'll go to Target. So I didn't really get my Target run, so I'm gonna do that tonight. And because there's some cold stuff I gotta get, I want to stop at Hobby Lobby before that. I don't want to really leave it in the car. So yeah, run into Hobby Lobby. Hop into Hobby Lobby. In case Mr. Fox didn't relay the message, we were just talking to him. Cousin just right down the sidewalk here. Your other cousin, the 19K Fox, the other Mr. Fox, says what's up. So yeah, just wanted to kind of relay that message. Just kind of doing my hellos for everybody that was in Chicago over the weekend. So yeah, just wanted to pass on the message. The 19K Fox said what's up. Always felt the strong presence of AtGames at Hobby Lobby with the Grinch, how the Grinch stole Christmas, Dr. Seuss. Kind of get, it's probably bad that I'm here, kind of look at all the Christmas stuff. Holy cow! Kind of just like do it, get it. I haven't decided yet. Well, look at this. The Grinch Stole Christmas Try Me features light, sound, and 3D Grinch and Max character 24 feet long of the track. Look at this. Grinch Holiday Express. Ages 8 and up. I was kind of thinking probably ages 35 and up. This is totally us, isn't it? Woman walking out just said whoever put the pictures here in the front did a great job. I mean, it drew me right in here. Just want to pass on that Christmas is 50% off at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, getting into the Christmas. It's not even Halloween yet. We still have a little over a week as a recording of this, but look at the Grinch. Look at this guy. This is great. Yeah, they have a ton of Grinch in here. Forget Halloween. Like I'm ready for Christmas. Like let's get it going. That was cool. There's a lot of Christmas. I'm not gonna focus too much on the Christmas. So I just wanted to point out all that stuff in the lobby. I gotta go by. I guess that's nostalgia. But I want to go by the actual nostalgia stuff. Just kind of talk a little bit about NBA Jam, Shaq Jam, and of course the big elephant in the room. The sale ending in less than an hour and a half now for AtGames, Chicago Expo sale. Also, I want to add the 50% off for the wall decor going to October 26th. So I'm guessing that's Saturday. If today's the 21st, Saturday the 26th. So if you see anything in this video, kind of get that spark of running to Hobby Lobby, you have until Saturday. Today's Monday. Tuesday, when this video airs, early in the morning, you might be interested in, like I said, you know, it's every 2 weeks. Like they usually do the 50% off every other week, every 2-3 weeks. It's the 66%, the 70%, stuff like that that are closer to kind of like a Black Friday thing. So is there anything you see prior to that? Otherwise, yeah, we're about a month away from Black Friday. Isn't that crazy? When we first saw Jurassic Park, I was really thinking about going for Jurassic Park and seeing that in person. I was fortunate to see Jurassic Park, can see my shoes. So I decided, these are my old shoes. Let's try to get them both in the, I wore these when I painted. I forgot the fact that I'm still wearing these to work. So I mean, they're to the point where they need to be replaced, but I kind of just wear them in to work and then kind of change my shoes at that when I get to work. But yeah, they're not as good as they once were. Is that a song by I'm Not As Good As I Want? Is that a Toby Keith? Yeah, so these shoes are they're kind of shot, but I did get a lot of paint on them when I was painting the shed. I was kind of sold on Jurassic Park. There's just so much green on the front. Just kind of decided, seeing it in person, it looked really good online. I just kind of said, not really thinking Jurassic Park anymore. I was kind of going back and forth. I didn't see Star Trek. I didn't see Attack on Mars.
To your register, please. Shannon, to your register.
And they're kind of back on the radar. Like, maybe Attack from Mars, or Star Trek, or Snoopy. Just because, the whole nostalgia factor of Snoopy. Let's get it to change. Coming back over here, I needed the NBA. The thing with the walk and talks is a big majority of it is we need visuals. So seeing the NBA logo, the basketball, the hoop, the basketball scene over here. Seeing Shaq Jam at Apt again, I've completely decided, and I know I might catch a lot of heat for this, I'm getting Shaq Jam eventually. I don't know if it's going to be today, tonight, a week from now, a month from now. I'm going to get that, and I guess the deluxe is going to kind of just swap them. Just the presence of that size. And I guess it's just something that you have to see for your own eyes in person. Not just looking at an Arcade1up box. That cabinet, the size of it, I mean, that's what it is. Not happy with the control deck. I don't like the joysticks compared to the deluxe, but the marquee, everything about the size is selling me. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, that I'm really interested. I don't think there's anything that I could possibly do to the deluxe, because I'm focusing on Jurassic Park again. Trying to get away from this mad rush of people. Let me go over here. That's gonna make it go away. I tried that with Killer Instinct, ended up still getting the KI Pro. So I think the only solution is to go with Shaq Jam. There's a couple of shots from the Expo with all of the AtGames there. Like, you know, there was a day, I didn't get there early enough, you know, getting there the last day. I didn't get to see everything. And looking at this gentleman who, not necessarily the gentleman, but he purchased the one Attack from Mars in Chicago, and what I've always liked about this cabinet is the back glass is blacklit, so any game you play, I think it blends in the best with this per se than maybe the majority of the pinball machines, but I just don't have the nostalgia, I guess, for Attack from Mars. I thought that maybe, you know, you go with Attack from Mars, but I think if I would have purchased, or if I did purchase Attack from Mars, I don't know if I'd be 100% happy that I went with this. I think it looks awesome, but is it what I really want? Does it come down to the price? Like, if you can get this cheaper than something else, is that a reason to get it? No matter what the reason is, I just don't think that this is the one that's really meant for me. Of course, that's not the one that's meant for me, because that gentleman not only purchased it, but he took it all the way up to Canada. So yeah, that's completely, just call that one erased. It's erased from existence. We're up north. It's even way further up north. But seeing Snoopy, seeing Peanuts, you know, I think it's a fan favorite. I think people seeing that in person. You know, you look at the image online, and then you go up to some of these, and some of them look different. Some of them look better in the images. I mean, it's just something that it helps. Are you upset they didn't do not only a pinball pack, but a skin kind of featuring the Elf movie? I mean, how do you really feel about that, Will? I mean, at the end of the day, are you okay that it's the Grinch? Are you okay that you're paired up next to Christmas Snoopy and Woodstock? Because they got a pinball machine, and I liked it. I didn't know if I really, you know, if the back glass being yellow, you know, if you're playing Jaws, if you're playing something, will you see just a little bit of that yellow coming through? And I know the topper, I mean, the topper is going to be visible on everything, but I was kind of thinking Peanuts today. You know, you go back and forth. I mean, this is the thing when there's multiple. I have no idea who Bluey is, but wherever I go, he is everywhere. I want to state something about Killer Instinct Pro. When I purchased that, it was on the eve of it completely selling out. The reason I went with it, I felt that it was now or never. When I noticed that there was no tax, when there was no shipping, it's still pricey, I said, this is it. It's not going to get any lower. It's not going to get to that $6.99. They're still trying to get $6.99 for the 3/4 scale. This is like $7.99 for this tin. I know my buddy Quarter Deck has this. Yeah, $7.99. I was hoping that KI Pro would be $7.99. Like, that would have been, I think, a perfect price. You know, we say if it was $6.99, I don't know, $7.99. I think that's what I paid for my iArcade Gold. And I always compared the Gold to like a Pro cabinet. I think that would have been the perfect price. Nonetheless, I think it's completely sold out now. It's officially sold out, so it kind of backs up that. That's why I went with that. I didn't want to have any regrets. I sold my 3/4 scale. I did everything to it. I wasn't happy with it. Well, almost everything. And I'm glad I went with the Pro. And, you know, it's not that it took the place of me getting an AtGames, and then you can throw the Golden TXL. You know, why did I get that? They're selling out at Costco. Actually, a gentleman told me that in Minnesota, they're $4.99 in store. I had to drive an hour and a half to find one. And, you know, we saw a ton of them early on. They are selling out. The FOMO kind of built in, and that's the reason why I went with Golden T. You know, this time crunch happens, And to be completely honest, it's not like Shaq Jam is gonna sell out this week. Might sell out by the end of the year. But right now, like in the moment, you know, you say live for the moment. Shaq is available just about every retailer. Plus, seeing Shaq Jam on display at Apt. Now that was the only cabinet that they had there. Not a massive warehouse that we saw. They have one display. Now I did some thinking today. That's not the one that was on display. That was just a return. So somebody bought, that's not like that's the one that's been out for, you know, the last year, 2 years on their floor. Somebody bought a box, they put it together, they decided, I don't want it, whatever reason, and returned it. That's where that cabinet came from. The bottom was kind of jammed up into the J panel, and that was not how the cabinet was when we saw it probably a dozen times, at least, you know, who knows, we were there a lot, always looking at Shaq Jam, knowing that it's there, marketplace, like there's venues to get Shaq Jam. It's not necessarily that I have to get a brand new Shaq Jam. There's things that I'm obviously gonna do to it. It's kind of, honestly, he's gonna get gutted out. So nonetheless, I don't need to, we don't need to buy anything. I'm not gonna have to purchase Shaq Jam out of a sense of this is selling out. Now it will sell out eventually, but I think there's a little bit of time for me to just kind of chance something. If is that a seagull? I don't really know if they actually, there's a bird called a killdeer. That might be a killdeer because they fly at night. Not a bat, but it kind of sounds like a seagull. Anyways, I think there's time to get Shaq. So I'm not going to make a decision. Another FOMO that necessarily doesn't really have to be made. I just feel that KI, Golden TXL Midway, that, you know, there was a time crunch. There was a time factor, and I just kind of wanted to state that's why I did what I did at the time. It's just so frowned upon to leave a cart. I mean, when you're that close. I mean, you're right here, and it's not only. I guess they could have just let. They were being nice. Somebody could have taken this parking spot, maybe this one. So they put it in the landscaping. I was gonna call that a median. Landscaping. So yeah, I very frowned upon though. Just want to point that out. By the way, the carts at Hobby Lobby, like if you ever go to Costco or Sam's Club, they're like 6 of these. Like this is small. This is probably, gosh, I don't even know if you could fit a 19-inch Arcade1up monitor. Like it's a small cart. Yes, I'm stalling. This is a big decision. I don't know. I mean, do I do it or do I chance it? Do I wait till Black Friday? Do we wait and see what happens? Could it get any lower? Just over an hour left. Like, talk about the 11th hour. This is the 11th hour. Pretty close. Maybe by the time I get to Target, we'll be at the 11th hour. Kelly texted me a couple hours ago. I was still at work, and she said, what time are you going to be home? Because usually I'll do a video right after work, but I came home right away to mow the lawn. Like, I mean, you're trying to play catch up. Like, I literally was gone. You know, I was home every night, but I was gone. I was gone during the day. I didn't get a chance to cut the grass. You know, some of the leaves are falling. It's still pretty nice out. So I wanted to come home, take care of that before I lose the daylight. Similar to me painting, same kind of concept. Like, I had to get that done during the day. The nights get cooler, and then, you know, plus it's dark, you can't see. She says, Loki only has 3 cans of food left. It's like, I know this. I know Loki's not out of food. Like, of course, I mean, it's Loki. Like, I can't let Loki run out of cat food. I didn't get a chance to go to Target yesterday, so that's why I'm here tonight. I'm gonna get some food for Loki. And she goes through about 3 cans of wet food a day, and you always run into like that risk that she'll snub. Because this stuff's not cheap. Call it almost $1 a can, 89 cents, 90 cents a can. She'll snub a flavor. It's like Loki. Like, I'm paying for this. But you know, she kind of has her way. So yeah, we're at Target. Gonna take care of Miss Loki. Oh, and we'll cover this a bunch of times because this is running until November 16th. But this is big, 25% off of one toy or kids book, so like any toy. And kind of a spoiler alert, Arcade1up doesn't work on Arcade1up. So again, if someone ever says Arcade1up's a toy, it's not, according to Target, because that 25% doesn't work on an Arcade1up, Lewis. They can't say they're toys. Yeah, so this will come up by the toy department. So any toy, kids book, I mean, it's you get 25% off. They do have a good selection. We were here a week ago, and we're always at, I don't know what we're at, more Target or Best Buy, probably Best Buy. But they do have, you know, some newer figures. I just saw that Lion-O is still here, so they are stocking some new Funko Pop. I did think that was the new wave, so they're still behind on the next wave of the collector build for the Batman animated series. Is Firestorm a new? Have I seen Firestorm yet? I think so. Now, you know, when you flip it around the back, still, I remember getting my first Firestorm. It's like a light just came off. I did it again. Maybe it's just my eyes, but yeah, Lion-O's still here at $35.49. It feels like it's getting dark in here. Godzilla. No matter where I'm standing, it just feels like the light is flickering. Maybe I'm gonna try. I'm like trying to see if any of these lights flicker. I'm killing time because I'm really thinking AtGames here. Like because I don't have to get. Thing is, hear me out. I wanted to finish off the year picking up two things: Shaq Jam and an ALP. It's almost the end of November. Basically, we have 2 months. That's 8 weeks. Call it 9 weeks left of the year. Gosh, just putting that in perspective. 9 weeks left of the year. So when do you pull the trigger? When do you do something? Yeah, I would say wait for Black Friday. The thing is there's Christmas shopping. Like I always kind of throw this in. There's other people to buy for than just myself, and it's kind of like, do you do it now? Is this as good as it's gonna get? So that's why I'm kind of waiting till the end, because this is a big purchase. It's never spent this much on any home arcade yet. Okay, it's official. We are now inside of the 11th hour. Yeah, this right here was the reason I didn't want to. I wanted to get the shopping out of the way right away, but I want to stop at Hobby Lobby. It's not like it's super hot out there. It's like there's no room here. Like if you pull something out wrong, I don't want one of these falling. Need a couple of, I'm doing this one hand, couple of Fairlife for the week. I would go with, usually get 4 of them just to be safe and take someone to work with me. I'll get 3, and yeah, 3 should work. I also need some paper toweling. I know this isn't, what are we doing here? We're just kind of finishing up my errands because I didn't get a chance to do my Target run yesterday. This is the paper towel that I get. Now, I did state a couple of months ago that Target did have the cheapest. It was about $1.29. They switched brands. It was called a Smarty. Now it is Deal Worthy. Now it's not the greatest, but it's cheap. It's just like I can get 6 of them for $4.29. So usually a 6-pack is enough for the week. Go through a lot of paper toweling. I mean, you can spend a lot. You just have at it. Like go to Costco, go to Sam's, and just bulk up. I don't really have all this storage for this. And I got a house filled with Arcade1ups. Loki gets Fancy Feast, and I usually get at least 21 cans a week. So when she snubs a can, we're going 89 cents. And when Target has that thing where you spend X amount of money, 4 times to get that reward. Like I am doing the math. Like I'm adding this up. Like, okay, 89 cents times 21. Just getting a bunch of stuff. So there's certain flavors that I always get her, but I get a kind of a combination. So I'm gonna load her up again because yeah, she only has like 2 or 3 cans left in the cupboard, and usually it's a whole shelf full of Fancy Feast. But I knew it. I had more. I knew I could go over the last, over the weekend because I knew I wouldn't really be around. So that's why I'm taking care of it tonight. No more messing around. I have decided that today, October 21st, I am going to buy an ALP 4K. For the first time, I'm going to commit, and I'm going to pick this up for the sale before it ends. But which one am I going to get? I did put on my Guardians of the Galaxy because, well, I don't have a Star Trek shirt, and Star Trek is the ALP that I have officially bought. I've ordered. And I got the SSF kit. Went with everything. I decided, you know what? First of all, I'm walking in the wrong direction. Usually park over on this side. You can see GameStop a little further down. But I guess I wanted to go over by Super Mr. Fox. Because we got to tell Super Mr. Fox that I'm a proud owner of a 4KP. Am I saying it right? Star Trek. I almost said Star Wars. SSF kit. Yeah, I bought an AtGames. No, 4K CEP. That's what I got. And yeah, I went with the kit. Gosh, I hope Kelly doesn't see this video. I don't know how I can explain this one. Man, did I really just buy? I did. I bought Star Trek. Basically came down to Shaq or Star Trek. You know, Biggie D gives me this shirt yesterday. Right when I met up with him. And he says, yeah, I got you a shirt. And I kind of took it as a sign. I like that the lights shut off on here. You hit the switch. Loki's going to check out what's happening over here. When he gave me the AtGames shirt, I said, this is a sign. Plus, he said Star Trek looked really good. He actually got to see it in person. Biggie D is one heck of a salesman. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. You're next, Shaq. We got Star Trek. I don't know how she gets up here. It's really impressive. I mean, she just jumps up. You're gonna like this one, Lokes. Gonna jump on NBA Jam. We might be changing this one up just a little bit.